impression through the write-up in the earth disturbance report that the entire area was studied when only 0.97 of 1 acre, the total lot being 22, and there have been multiple changes there. In addition, I believe that the report is in error because the pervious and impervious portion of the report does not designate that the impervious material has been placed, or I'm sorry, the pervious material has been placed over impervious material. So that's going to cause additional washing, and that is not good for the stormwater management system, nor do you want that to go into the river. So it's only going to go down to the old concrete that's been covered over. So the report is somewhat in error, and I would challenge the validity of the report.
And you're welcome to do that, sir, and we will note that and make sure we get back to Mr. Mr. McCleary.
Mr. Saxon, have you contacted Mr. McCleary? Told him that?
I have contacted Mr. McCleary. I have not since I got the earth disturbance report, but I will be.
Okay. And again, the other part, Mr. McGovern, so I'm trying to make sure he has that ready for you for our next meeting.
Because like David said, this information we'll give to the engineer, but we rely on the engineer to report back to us. We're not experts standing up here.
Yes, but that report will have no bearing upon the violations that I've given you tonight.
Well, if we find out there isn't a violation, you can say there are. And again, you can have your opinion, we have our opinions, but we'll get down to the bottom of it.
Well, they're code violations, and they're all listed there of what's violated, and you'll see that permits have to be issued before there can even be any earth turned, according to Sunbury code. And if you read those codes and review them, you'll see they're all valid.
Have you sit down with Joe regarding this issue?
The earth disturbance?
Yeah, what you were reading off to us, have you sit down with Joe and discussed it?
You had a letter to us, actually.
I've given him a letter from the last council meeting, and he has a copy of this one now. So you can take a look at it, but there's $2.6 million out there, actually more than that should be collected, and I want to know what you plan on doing about it. I'd like to know by next meeting. And I would.
Well, I think you ought to sit down with Mr. Martello. Joe, I think you ought to get on this and come back to council and report back to us on it, where we stand and what we should do, and what your recommendations are, okay?
All right, I'll bring it to the next meeting.
And please take a look at that last paragraph. I think that's very important for council to address.
I'm presuming that we have.
I think you should be in contact with municipal authority too, get their input.
Well, I'm John, we need the city engineer involved. He's answering the first letter that Mr. Saxon gave us.
As I was saying to Joe, I presume that in any case, no matter what site's being worked on within the city, the code office opens up a site file. And I'd just be curious for the next meeting for all of us to have a chance to see what is in the current site file pertaining to this particular property. Because I'm curious also to know what permits have been obtained, which haven't. I'm presuming that our code officers have that documented, and if not, we'll find out. But we've got to see what's in that file.
Day one. Well, the city clerk has filed an affidavit with the right to know. I have a copy of that also. And I asked for many of those documents that are listed there, many of those violations, and it has been stated through the affidavit that those records do not exist. Therefore, I know none of that happened. So you're going to find the file empty, Todd.
Is that right, Terry?
Yes.
Code office file, we said nobody's seen it yet.
So we've not seen it, and Terry is.
No, some of the things that he asked for,
Oh, some of the things.
they said they didn't have, so.
Okay.
But we'll see what else is in there. Go ahead, chance to read the file.
We had a checklist of what should be in there.
Really?
Well, we disagree on that.
Who are the
John
code
said-
officers?
I gave that letter to John to go over some of the things.
Oh, he at least will have that.
Yeah.
As long as you have the engineers somewhere, I think, what John
That's
would
what
expect
eliminates.
to be in that file. That's
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, I want to announce the spring cleanup on April 23rd, 25th, 30th, May the 2nd, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the transfer station. Must provide proof of residency, that's just normal driver's license. I also wanted to announce the, and I'm sure everybody's probably been in it by now, but something special moved down like 1 or 2 buildings on Market Street. It's a great building. You guys get an opportunity to go in and see that new, it's not a new business, it's an expanded business, a growing business in the city of Sunbury. And like every business in the city of Sunbury, we'd like everybody to support it. But if you get a chance to go in and say hi, she's invested a lot of time and money, and it's a first-class business. The new pharmacy, I didn't even get over to meet them yet myself, but over by the railroad tracks at 3rd and Market is open. And where's the computer shop?
Right across the front where Birthright was.
That's right, where Birthright was a new computer shop. So, and I know I'm just looking at you, John, but is there anything you want to add to those 3? I mean, SRI, I'm sure you guys are, you know, SRI is always on top of that. Anything we can do to bring people in and welcome in, and of course that's what it's all about, establishing more businesses. I can let you know that without giving names, that we have at least one person looking to put a business in town, looking to buy a building. And I went to John and SRI, and they're working on that to try to find the location. So just let you know that between SRI and even the Redevelopment Authority and some of the sites we're talking about, that we're out pushing and trying. We're just going to one at a time, and everyone that we can get. Yeah, the only last thing I want to announce is that I just want you guys to just give me 5 minutes. We can get out in my office just to talk for a minute on the police contract. Yes, sir.
One question about the cleanup. What can you take down, what you cannot
There's a
take down?
flyer right here.
Okay.
There you go. I should have said that before. The flyer's on the front table here, because I'm not sure myself. There's certain things you can't, like tires, right? You can't take tires.
Tires, yeah.
Oh, you can't take tires. Okay.
It doesn't say computers, like computers, can you take them?
You can take them anytime.
Yeah, they have a special place down there for them, so I'm sure that there wouldn't be anything that's already. All right, well, thank everybody for coming. This meeting's adjourned.